Following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And good afternoon from the vet in Philadelphia. My name is Ron Juckett, and we've got ourselves the likely preview of the National League Championship Series. On this hot, sticky July 9th day, we go back to August 15th. 1978, a Tuesday evening in the city of brotherly love for a battle between Dick Ruthven and Doug Rauch, two former National League West pitchers going head-to-head. The Phillies now have the best record in baseball. They are 68-46. The Dodgers match Philadelphia in the win column at 68, but they are 4 behind now in the loss column. They are 68-50. The Dodgers have struggled, but so have the Reds. For the most part, the Dodgers lead remains at 4.5 games. The Phillies now hold the largest lead in baseball, over 5 games, and it's the first time since the Pirates had a 5-game lead that anybody has led any division of the 4 by more than 5 games. And so it looks like with 40 or so games to go, that the National League story could be the real-life National League story, a rematch of the Dodgers and Phillies for the National League pennant. But this thing has already taken several strange twists and turns, and the San Diego Padres are the beneficiaries of the poor play of the Cincinnati Reds. Don't say that 10 times fast, really. So there you have it. But we think we have a preview of what's coming up in about, around the 1st of September. The National League Championship Series. Will it be the Dodgers and the Phillies? Well, these two teams play each other now. Let's see if they do in October. There you go, as Retro Sports Network presents the best and brightest of Major League Baseball replay 1978 from Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It is the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers, and it is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so with that, we have Dick Ruthven starting to do his warm-up tosses. And one of those rare trades that benefits both teams, he came over from the Atlanta Braves 8 weeks ago and has caught fire. This is his 11th start. He's got 9 left after this one. He is 7-1 with an ERA of 1.85. With the Phillies, he has not faced the Dodgers. How you doing, Todd B? You know that Ruthven faced the Dodgers with the Braves. His last start was August 10th, 5 nights ago against the Pittsburgh Pirates, a game we had here. He threw a 2-hitter and struck out 1. So in 77 2/3 innings with the Phillies, he's allowed 63 hits, 3 home runs. Dodgers could take advantage of that. 17 runs in total, 16 earned, 8 walks, and 39 strikeouts. He's a fastball pitcher, a flyball pitcher at 85. Okay, so Lorenzo's here. He's got his Yingling beer. He has a tasty cake. They don't smuggle in Dodger dogs on the East Coast. Dodger cap, okay, that's fine. Stink bomb to drop in a hostile crowd area. It's Philadelphia. How can you tell? Loud, obnoxious air horn. Again, how could you tell? Okay, he's good to go. How you doing, Appa Chatter? Nice to have you along, Steve. We don't root for anybody. But at least we'll know what the Dodgers do before we spend the rest of the day in baseball. Inside baseball for sure. So we told you about Ruthven. Let's tell you the Dodger lineup. This one looks a little bit better than the one that struggled against the Giants the other day. Davey Lopes leads off at second base. Billy Russell at short will bat second. Reggie Smith in right field will hit third. The Penguin, Ronce, cleans up at third. Steve Garvey at first will bat fifth. Lee Lacy is in left, a much better decision. Will hit sixth. Rick Monday in center will bat seventh. Joe Ferguson behind the plate. And Doug Rauch, who can throw as many as 120 pitches, is on the mound. How you doing, Mr. Forsberg? Defensively for the Fightin' Phils, Greg Luzinski is a 4 and a 4. Gary Maddox a 10 and a 6 in center. It kind of does look like Dale Murphy, doesn't it? No, it's Dick Ruthven. Jerry Martin a 6 and a 6 in right. No Bake McBride to start the ball game, especially against the lefty. Mike Schmidt a 10 at third. Larry Boa a 10 at short. Ted Sizemore a 7 at second. Jose Cardinal is a 5 at first, and Bob Boone, not Pat Boone, but Bob Boone, a 10 and a 5 behind the plate. Ruthven is 7 with a .966 fielding percentage. Lorenzo is so nervous in this game that there's no Oakland Oaks game to think. Dale did start as a catcher like Craig Biggio. They got Gene Garber, and I believe it was a 1-1 for 1 deal. It was a good deal for both teams. And the final score, the Phillies 25, the Dodgers nothing. My goodness, how the Dodgers forfeited this one? No, I'm kidding. No, but that's what you get if you drink one of those Maldito beers, is a barf bag. So here's Lopes at 276, 17 homers and 49 RBI. And the pitch, and Lopes hits a little ground ball to Schmidt over to Cardinal across the way, and that's how this one starts. Russell, an 8-game hitting streak at 272, a home run, and 40 RBI. Pitch to Russell is a ground ball to Cardinal, who ate it up. It played him. And so Russell will reach on the air. Cardinal muffed it. And the Dodgers have a runner on for Reggie Smith at 284, 19 homers, and 66 RBI. Remember having the Strat 90 season on the computer and having Craig Biggio as a catcher. Pitch to Smith is a base hit right field. Going to go all the way to the wall. Russell will round third and score. Smith is going for 3. The throw to Schmidt from Martin is not in time. And so it's 1-0 Los Angeles. 9-0 is the actual score in a forfeit. In fact, weren't the Dodgers the last team to have to forfeit a game? I'm not being funny here. I think that was the case. Ron Say at 254. He has 19 homers and 65 RBI. His last game that we had, he hit 2 homers off of John Montefiusco of the Giants. Pitch from Ruthven, and Say sends this one into left center. Should score Smith. Maddox will have it. The throw goes home, and Smith is safe. And so it's 2-0 Los Angeles with 2 out. And it is indeed a quick start by the Dodgers. There's Garvey at 316, 17 homers and 84 RBI. You sure hope we see Morgana tonight? I don't think so. Nice try, though. Pitch to Garvey. Struck him out. So he swings and misses on a 1-2 fastball, and that will retire the side. But the Dodgers get 2 runs, a hit, and an error. So after half an inning, it's Los Angeles 2. Here come the Phillies. And Doug Rao has not pitched all that well. This is his 22nd start. He's got 2 left. He's 10-8. But the ERA is way over his real-life number at 4.84. He is a fastball pitcher at 87. And the standard no ground ball or fly ball, and it tops that. So there you go. Because someone asked what the score of a forfeited game was. Should Morgana wear a chest protector? Chrysler called them airbags. Against the Phillies, he's not pitched against them yet. So his last start was against the Giants on the 9th. 6 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He has walked 4 and struck out 3. So in 145 innings, he's allowed 161 hits, 18 home runs, 80 runs, 78 earned, 52 walks, and 63 strikeouts. His last one came against, oh, that's against the Padres on the 9th. His last one came against the Giants in San Francisco on the 4th. Rao's whip is on par, but above his home run pace. Yeah, he's already allowed more than his real-life home runs. And the whip, 1.469 to 1.442. Tommy's 93. Huh. So the lineup for the Phils, Jerry Martin in right field will lead off. Larry Boa is at short, he'll bat second. Jose Cardinal will bat third. Just tells you what they think of Mike Schmidt right now and play first. Craig Luzinski is in left, he'll clean up. Mike Schmidt at third will bat fifth. Gary Maddox in center will bat sixth. Bob Boone behind the plate will go seventh. Teddy Sizemore at second will bat eighth. And Ruthven, who threw 17 pitches, will hit ninth. Defensively for the Dodgers, Lee Lacy a 4 and a 6 in left. Rick Monday a 4 and a 3 in center. And Reggie Smith is a 5 and an 8 in right. Around the infield, it's a good one. Ron Say is a 7 at third. Bill Russell an 8 at short. Davey Lopes is a 10 at second. Steve Garvey a 9 at first. And Joe Ferguson behind the plate. He's a 6 and a 4. Now, he could pass for George Vukovich. Rao starts the ball game with a ground ball base hit right side. And Lasorda will be 93 in September. There you go. Larry Boa at 314, 3 homers, and 39 RBI. By the way, this park is playing pretty happily for home runs, although the Phillies don't have any lefties in their lineup. And the Dodgers only really have Monday. Yeah, that was an incredible game when I sure as thought that Sutton was going to go 7-8 innings. May or may not get the win, but then, yep, down 5-0 with 1 out in the first. Pitch to, I'll throw to first, Martin back. You're welcome, by the way, Lorenzo. Pitch to Boa. Struck him out. Rao got him over an 0-2 right down Broadway, and there's 1 out. Brings up Cardinal at 308. 3 homers and 26 RBI. Shaker Soccer 50. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. You are now 120. Well, you should be 126. Pitch to Cardinal is a line drive right back to Rao for the second out. Brings up Luzinski at 250. 25 homers and 80 RBI. Rao throws to first, Martin back. And now he'll work on Luzinski. Ground ball is short. Russell flips it to Lopes for the force, and that will retire the side. So no runs. 1 hit, no errors. After 1, Los Angeles 2, Philadelphia none. It was 153. Lorenzo. That must have been, who was the first sub here? I honestly don't remember. Now it shows 126. Now, follower is different from subscriber. I have 9 subscribers and 126 followers. Lorenzo probably was the first sub. I don't remember off the top of my head. Lee Lacy at 302, 14 homers and 42 RBI. And struck him out. So Ruthven got him to swing and miss. That's a second for Dick. And now I'll bring up Monday at 273, 13 homers and 47 RBI. A pitch. Got him! We got a good morning and a good afternoon. Monday swung on and missed, and that's 2 out for Joe Ferguson. 198, no homers, 5 doubles, and 6 RBI. Reds and Dodgers, I read that at first and went, Ron and the Dodgers. Like, what? Ruined plenty of postseason for your Phillies in this era. Well, remember, he came over from the Astros. That's right, Todd B. More than Jekyll. Pitch to Ferguson is a ground ball to third. Schmidt over to first, and that will retire the side. Dodgers go in order, but they still got 2 in the first after an inning and a half. 2-0 L.A. So here's Schmidt, Maddox, and Boone to follow. Mike at 244, 15 homers, and 58 RBI. Rouse pitch, and Schmidt hits this one into left center field. Monday will pick it up, and that's the second hit for the Phillies. That brings up Maddox. Gary at 279, 9 homers, and 48 RBI. Rao from the stretch, and there's a double into left center field. Maddox will go in sliding. And so the Phillies have the tying run on second for Bob Boone. At 234, 9 homers, and 42 RBI. Nobody out here in the second. Rao kicks and fires into center. That should score a run. Monday will make the catch. Schmidt will tag, and he will score. The throw goes in the infield, and it's 2-1. That'll bring up Teddy Sizemore at 221. No homers and 14 RBI. So 1 out. Tying run is Maddox. He's on second. And Rao's pitch is a base hit left center field. Sizemore's digging for 2. He's there. And the ball game is tied. So the Dodger lead lasts all of 4 outs. And now I'll bring up Ruthven, who's probably going to swing here. 185, 5 for 27. That's right. Thank you for the bits. So Ruthven will swing. They play for the bunt, and that's why he did it. He swings and a single into the hole and right, and Sizemore makes it 3-2. So Doug Rao is pitching about as well as Don Sutton. 27 pitches, 9 batters, an inning and a third, 5 hits and a strikeout. Jerry Martin singled to start the ballgame. This Philly team is really, really good. Pitch to Martin into right field. Smith will make the catch, and there's 2 out. These 2 teams will play 7 more times in the regular season, and if you're wondering, the Dodgers lead the series 3-2. Philly has won 2 of the 3 here at the Vet, while the Dodgers have won both of their games at Dodger Stadium. They last met on the 13th. Sutton beat Lurch. You could probably make an argument for that. In case you're wondering, the Dodgers play the Padres 6 more times. They lead that series 7-5. And they play the Reds 6 more times. And again, they lead it 7-5. So Ruthven on first, 2 out for Boa, who struck out his first time up. Pitch from Rao is right back to Doug, over to Garvey, and that will retire the side. But the Phillies get 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. We go to the third, 3-2, Philadelphia. So as Doug Rao digs in, the Dodger lead in the West is 4 over the Reds and 5 over the surging Padres. In the East, Pittsburgh lost last night, and now the Phillies' lead is 6 games, by far the biggest of any in baseball. They've won 4 straight. In the American League, Kansas City by a game over Texas, 2.5 over California, and Minnesota just won't go away. They're 4 back. In the East, Milwaukee by 2 over Baltimore and 4 over the Yankees. And the Red Sox have moved to Washington. Wow, to swing here. He's hitting 4 for 47 or 0.85. It depends on if I had dinner with a Smurf last night, Lorenzo. Pitch to Rao is a ground ball to Sizemore. Underhands it to Ruthven, and there's 1 out. So Davy Lopes is 0 for 1. Ruthven, through 9 batters, 31 pitches, 2 1/3 innings, a hit, and struck out 3. Lorenzo commenting, I should tell the rest of the joke. LA Times ad just popped up and it asked, do you bleed blue? I believe they are pretty good deep fried. Kind of taste like chicken. Got to get the mushroom stuff off them, though. Fell off the rails at 20 after 12. Pitch to Lopes is a fly ball to the left. Luzinski will let it go foul. And somebody from Atlantic City betting on that one and caught it. So a ball and 2 strikes to Lopes. Pitch from Ruthven. And there's a line drive, base hit up the middle. Boa with a rare poor play, couldn't get it, and Lopes is on. So the second hit for the Dodgers. And now I'll bring up Russell, who's 0 for 1 with a walk, or with a run scored. He reached on the air by Cardinal. By the way, both the Dodger runs are unearned. There goes Lopes. Hit and run was on. Right back to Ruthven, over to Cardinal, and Russell is retired. So Lopes will move up to second. And then I'll bring up Reggie Smith, who tripled his first time up. And then Say brought him home. Do I have a blue tongue? Well, it depends on how angry I get. Sometimes it can get pretty blue and sharp. Pitch to Smith. Struck him out. So Ruthven gets a shutdown inning. A 1-2 on the inside corner, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 2.5, I suppose if I ate some blueberry popsicles, it would turn blue as well. Philadelphia 3, Los Angeles 2. I suppose Jamie asks a good question. I always wonder why it will say poor play when it says the ball was smashed and the fielder had to dive for it. I think some of it's positioning, and maybe sometimes they don't get a good reaction to it. That's one of those things they kind of roll behind the scenes like a range play where you'd get the ground ball, shortstop, X, and strat. So here's Cardinal. He's 0 for 1 as we start the bottom of the third. Pitch to Jose is a liner up the middle, a base hit. Brings up Luzinski, who's 0 for 1. Wind blowing out the center at 10. And a nice 81 degrees here. Throw the first Cardinal back. It's a good thing that we're not really doing this in Philadelphia. Some drunk dude would have punched you out by now, Lorenzo. Pitch to Luzinski is a fly ball to the left. Lacey in the corner will make the catch. And there's 1 out. For Schmidt, you heard me. Singled and scored his first time up. Part of the 3 runs the Phillies got in the second. Rouse pitch. And there's a base hit left side. Lacey will pick it up. Cardinal stops on second. And the Phillies have 2 on and 1 out. For Maddox, who doubled and scored his first time up. So Cardinal not blessed with great speed. A single might not score him. Infield fly is called. Lopes moves over. 2 out. Here's Bob Boone. Sack fly in the second. Mine normally comes on the 3rd of the month. Pitch. And there is a ground ball foul, third base side. So 2 out and a 2-strike count to Boone. 3-2 Phillies, bottom of the third inning. And there's a fly ball to center. Monday is there. You can always trust that day. He will make the catch to retire the side. Phillies strand 2, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the fourth. It's Philadelphia 3, Los Angeles 2. So say Garvey and Lacey to face Ruthven here. Ruthven pitching a good ball game. ERA since the trade is down to 1.79. Pitch to Say, struck him out. He got him to swing and miss on a fastball. So that's 5 for Ruthven. And that brings up Garvey, who struck out his first time up. Ruthven winds and fires into right. Martin going back to the base of the track, 2 out. And that brings up Lee Lacey, who struck out his first time up. Yes, Todd B., she would be. If Rick Monday would have buried Tuesday Wild, she would have been Tuesday Monday. And would they have had a child by the name of Wednesday Adams? Pitch to Lacey is a ground ball to short. Boa has it over to first, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. After 3.5, Philadelphia 3, Los Angeles 2. So Sizemore, who doubled, scored, and drove in a run. Ruthven and Martin to face Rao here in the fourth. Doug starts the inning with a ground ball right back to himself. Over to first for the out. 1 away. Ruthven singled and drove in a run. His first time up. Rao got him. He swung on and missed an 0-2 fastball, and there's 2 away. So as Jerry Martin steps to the plate, we can tell you that through 18 batters, Rao has thrown 51 pitches, 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits, all 3 runs are earned, and struck out 2. That's true. What about his girl Friday? But it's Saturday. I'm in love with. Pitch to Martin is right up the middle, and Davy Lopes couldn't get a glove on it. That's an error. Lopes went to put the glove down, hit it with a bat, and Martin's on with the error. For Boa, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Throw to first. Martin is gone. They picked him off. Garvey threw to Russell, and Russell tagged Martin for the out. Martin was running on his own. I certainly wasn't going to send him. And that'll do. That's Sergeant Joe Friday. We've played 4. Philadelphia 3, Los Angeles 2. Yeah, was a good play. They got him leaning the wrong way. So Monday's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Ferguson and Rao here to start the 5th. Pitch from Ruthven. Right up the box. Sizemore from behind the bag for the out. Yep, Steve Sachs would have had that and thrown it to New Jersey. Wouldn't have even needed an easy pass. Although those didn't exist in 1978. Joe Ferguson's 0 for 1. Ruthven's pitch. Ground ball to Schmidt over to Cardinal, and there's 2 away. That brings up Rao, who's 0 for 1. Ruthven just kind of playing pitch and catch right now. Wind blowing out to right at 9 on a beautiful night in Philadelphia. Liner to left, Luzinski's there, and we get the commercial break. Now, I'll do this bit the way that Lorenzo would like me to call every Dodger game. The Phillies are ahead halfway home. It's Philadelphia 3. Come on, Dodgers. It's only 2. You can win this game. You haven't did nothing, huh? Perhaps some remedial English would help. Dodgers got 2 runs and a hit in the first inning. Reggie Smith with a triple, and then Ron Say with a sac fly, and then the Phillies sent 7 to the playoff Arao in the second. Bob Boone a sac fly to make it 2-1. Teddy Sizemore doubled home Gary Maddox to make it 2-2, and Dick Ruthven singled home Sizemore to make it 3-2. So Rao, 4 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs all earned. Ruthven a 2-hitter through 5. And so Boa, Cardinale, and Luzinski here. Larry 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Rao, by the way, has settled in nicely since his hiccup in the second. Well, they want Tribe Fan to join the Navy. You do live on Lake Erie. And, you know, what better than to sail across to get some milk in a bag? For baby pacifiers. Todd, what are you surfing for? Boa's still sitting on a 9-game hitting streak. Pitch from Rao is a fly ball to center. Monday shifts in and makes the catch, 1 out. Brings up Cardinale, who's got himself a single, 1 for 2. Don't you love Jose's fro? Jamie just looked at Steve Sachs after being drafted. Is playing for the left bridge in the Pioneer League for the Dodgers. He would go on to hit .328 and make 9 errors at short. Pitch to Cardinale is a base hit left side. So that is hit number 8 for the Phillies. Oscar Gamblish, yep. Nose itches again. Here's Luzinski. He's 0 for 2. Has struck out 108 times on the replay. Rao throws to first. Cardinale is back. We'll put that in the Oscar Gamble, Coco Crisp, and Dr. J category. All good froze, yes. Pitch to Luzinski is a fly ball to left. Lacey has it for the out. Cardinale goes back to first. 2 out for Schmidt, who is singled twice. He's 2 for 2 and scored. Here's the pitch, and Schmidt goes 3 for 3. He laces that one in the left field. Cardinale stops at third. Now, Schmidt has 15 steals on the year. I don't remember him being that fast. But then again, I was just a mere pup in 1978. Here's Maddox. And Gary has doubled and scored. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, it says here he's got 15 steals. I kid you not. Yeah, he does not strike me as Mr. Speed Demon. Pitch to Maddox is a ground ball to Say, who makes a fantastic stop on the line. Throws to Lopes for the out, and that will retire the side. No runs, no 2 hits, and no errors. The Phillies have left 6 on. We go to the 6th. It's still 3-2 Philadelphia. So it's the top of the lineup for the Dodgers. Ruthven threw 18 batters, 60 pitches, 5 innings, 2 hits, and 5 strikeouts. And both of the Dodger runs was unearned. That's true. Gabe Kaplan was sporting a good throw in 78 for 1. Welcome back, Kater. Al Michaels had a pretty good throw for television, too, if you remember that. Pitch to Lopes is a ground ball to Boa. Over to Cardinale. Lopes was running, and he's out on a bang-banger. 1 away. Some of the crowd thought he was safe, but not the umpire. Here's Bill Russell. He's 0 for 2 with a run scored. Yeah, Jimmy Walker, dynamite! I feel like I'm doing the see and say thing here. You pull the string and Ron says whatever. Pitch to Russell is popped up. Boone takes off the mask. barely has to move 2 out for Mr. Smith, who has tripled and struck out. So Ruthven is cruising right along. DC says Schmidt was a very selective base dealer. Smart. Okay, we can do that. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 3-2 Philadelphia. You know, if this was like through a Zoom or something like that, instead of just giving me the bits, Lorenzo would have thrown me some kibble. Or maybe an Oreo or two. Here's Bob Boone. He's 0 for 1. He has a sac fly. Sizemore and Ruthven to follow up. Lowenstein should have started a brewery. Here's to good friends. The night is kind of special. The beer will pour. Let it be Lowenstein. Pitch to Boone is a fly ball left field. Lacey's there. 1 out. 3 runs, 9 hits, and an error for the Phillies. They've left 6 on so far. Sizemore 1 for 2. He has doubled, scored, and driven a run. The Dodgers 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error. They've only left 1 on. Ruthven is in command. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 73 degrees. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday!
Happy Thursday. If we both get really quiet, we can almost hear the weekend approaching.
Ooh. Alexa, what's the weather in Fresno?
Right now in Fresno, California, it's 83 degrees Fahrenheit with showers. Today's forecast has lots of sun, with a high of 101 degrees and a low of 71 degrees.
Thank you.
You bet.
Now, I'll get in trouble for that next week when I'm accused of setting off other people's devices. So you're actually cooler than we are right now. I'll remember that. Latest show, we talked about things we didn't quite expect. Yeah, 83 at that time in the morning is pretty warm. It's 9:37 Pacific. You're welcome, Appachatter. I should send you my address. Don't send me the blueberry muffins you make for your dog, though, okay? Or your wife does. Yeah, I heard 101. Sizemore, by the way, doubled, scored, and drove in a run. He's 1 for 2. Pitch from Rao is a liner up the middle. That's going to drop for a hit. And so Sizemore is on 1 out for Ruthven. That's a 10th hit for the Phillies. And Jamie plays It's a Small World. So, infield back. Ruthven will square, but Garvey was there to get the throw. So they threw to get the runner, and now Sizemore is probably going to steal. The blueberry dog treats are gone. Okay. We got an air fryer. I don't know if you saw that or not. He'll be back. You know that. There goes Sizemore. The throw down to Ferguson. The lope's not in time. So Sizemore gets his 8th steal. And wargaming's tough. I've tried a couple times. We're talking about I.D. Jesser announcing he's done with all his sports stuff. I have a hard time playing the war games. I just don't have, sports I can figure out. I'm just not very good at the wargaming. Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. Ooh, popcorn shrimp. That sounds good. We got chicken wings. We're going to do some of those. And for the rotisserie part of it, because it's a convection oven, not just an air fryer, we got a chicken coming. Pitch to Ruthven is squared, and Ferguson will let it roll foul, so the count is 0-2. So Ruthven will swing. Sizemore on second. Ruthven ground ball to third. Say looks Sizemore back to the bag. Over to Garvey. 1 out. Or 2 out, rather. So Rao through 27 batters. 5 2/3 innings. 76 pitches. 10 hits and 2 strikeouts. Martin is 1 for 3 with a single. It does sound good. I also got a jar of beer can rub. I'm not sure what's in that, but you know, the beer can chicken. So we got that coming. Pitch to Martin is a fly ball right center field. Monday goes back to the track and makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. The Phillies have left 7 on after 6. It's 3-2 Philadelphia. So it'll be Say, Garvey, and Lacey here in the 7th. Ruthven has only thrown 69 pitches. Say is 0 for 1. He's got a sac fly and a strikeout. Yeah, Dave's always got something good going on. He's playing with PowerPoint for graphics, too. Brats and dogs, you're like the 3rd person that told me hot dogs. Sarah said, I don't want to do that, my wife. But I suppose if we picked up a package of Nathan's or Hebrew Nationals, since they don't sell Dodger dogs on the East Coast, we might do some of those. Pitch to Say is a fly ball shallow center. Maddox comes in and makes the catch. 1 out. Beanies and weenies. I'm sure they're good, but we have Nathan's out of New York, and Hebrew Nationals are pretty good too. All beef hot dogs. Steve Garvey is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. I'm sure they are. Pitch to Garvey is a liner to first. Cardinal is there, and there's 2 out. And Mr. Ruthven is having himself quite the afternoon. Here's Lee Lacey. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Oh, brats, yes. I am a fan of the sausage and pepper, by the way. It also comes with a dehydrator, a fermenter. You can supposedly put a 13-inch baking pan in the blessed thing. Pitch to Lacey is a slow roller to Cardinal. He'll underhand it to Ruthven, and that will bring us to the stretch. Get your Yingling 3-2 Philadelphia. Don't forget on these hot days to make sure you have plenty of water on hand. That's what I'm drinking now. And then when the wifey goes to work, I'll pull out the Gatorade and start drinking that. Wind blowing out to 19 in right field. So if someone could tag one, especially a left-handed hitter, just make sure you drink plenty there, my friend. 2 runs, 2 hits, and error for the Dodgers. They've left 1 on. Philadelphia, 3 runs, 10 hits, and error, and they've left 7 on. Boa still working on a 9-game hitting streak. He is 0 for 3 with the strikeouts. It's important to do that, man. It really is. Pitch from Rao, and Boa sends this one into left center, but Monday's there for the out. Yes, especially at your young and tender age. Jose Cardinal is 2 for 3. He is singled twice. Didn't we establish that you and my mother are the same age? Your wife says, I like your wife. I don't care what you say. My age is finally past your IQ. You golf at all? Pitch to Cardinal is a ground ball to Say. Has to hurry to Garvey. And that will do it. That's 2. That was her anniversary quip. No longer ago. I was just wondering if you ever could shoot your age. What'd you do for your anniversary? 42 years this week, if I remember correctly. Luzinski is 0 for 3. Rao actually has pitched a decent ball game. Just the one bad inning, but sometimes it's all. At least she didn't say shoe size. Yeah, no, that's true. We did a birthday dinner for Sarah takeout that wasn't very good. Don't forget, in most of the country, you can DoorDash can get you something that you at least like. My minions are on today. My minions never take a day off. Pitch to Lazinski is a line drive center field. He's going for two. The throw to Russell from Monday is not in time. So that's the 11th hit. And that'll bring up Schmidt. 3 for 3. He has singled 3 times and scored. Pitch from Rao, and they're going to walk Schmidt. So Schmidt goes to first on the intentional pass. The first walk from Rao. Do I have to put you in the corner, Lorenzo? Maddox is 1 for 3. He's got himself a double and a run scored. So runners on first and second. And Rao trying to get out of this jam and leave it a 3-2 ball game. Here's the pitch. Maddox, a ground ball to Russ Lopes over to Garvey, and the Phillies will get nothing. It worked. So they strand 2. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. The Phillies have left 9 on. We go to the 8th. It's still a 1-run game, 3-2. So Monday, Ferguson, and we'll see. That's nice. What'd you have? Kids and the grandkids. That's awesome. Yeah, the Phillies have blown mega chances. Rick Monday's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Let's see if the Dodgers can make him pay. Pitch from Ruthven. Ball 4. Joe Ferguson is 0 for 2. Italian. That sounds good. Pitch to Fergie. There's a base hit left side. Monday will hold at second, and the Dodgers have the tying run on second and the go-ahead run on first. For Doug Rao, let's see what the Dodgers do. Lasorda will let Ted Martinez pinch hit. Ted at 267, a home run and 4 RBI. Nobody out, only the 3rd hit of the ballgame for the Dodgers. Ruthven's pitch, base hit right center field. Monday will hold. Billy North is going to pinch run for Joe Ferguson. Probably Belgian, Buckeye Todd. So the Dodgers have Monday on third, the Speedy North on second, and Martinez who can run on first. Nobody out. And the infield will play halfway for Lopes, who was 1 for 3. Ruthven through 27 batters, 97 pitches, 7+ innings, 4 hits, a walk and 5 strikeouts. And there's nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Ruthven and Boone try to get on the same page. Here's the pitch. Lopes into shallow right. Martin is there. Monday will tag and hold. And now that sets up the double play. Here's Russell. He's 0 for 3 with a run scored. 1 out. And that was a big one. So Ruthven, 77 degrees. That wind is blowing straight out to right at 19. And yep, the Phillies need Houdini now. Ground ball base hit right side. Monday will score. Cardinal got a late jump and we're tied at 3. And so Ozark goes out to talk to Ruthven, and Ruthven says, I'm fine. Look at that Philly bullpen, and it is fresh. They've got them all. So they're still loaded, 1 out. Phillies again now will definitely trade 2 just to get out of the inning. Reggie Smith 1 for 3. He has tripled, scored, drove in a run, and struck out. Italian ice was brought here by Italians. So it's not Belgian, because French fries are Belgian. And I believe Belgian waffles are Danish, if I'm correct. I'm sure I'm not, but... Anyway, pitch to Smith is a fly ball to right. Martin in the corner. North will score. Martinez, well, it's going to try and score. They're going to go to the plate. The throw to Boone. Not in time. 4-3 Dodgers. I felt like that could have been an in-game promo. Okay, probably could have. And so now it's 4-3. So Ruthven now is on the wrong end of it. The Dodgers are trying to pin a second loss as a member of the Phillies. Here's Say. He's 0 for 2. He is struck out and sac flied. Ruthven's pitch. Base hit right center field. Martinez will score. Russell goes to third, and it's 5-3. And so, yep, you leave 9 runners on. Bad things are going to happen. Here's Garvey. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Ruthven into center. That will do it for Dick. And so Sizemore couldn't get there. Say goes to third. Russell scores. It's 6-3. And so always the happy-go-lucky Warren Brewster coming in, making his 43rd appearance. He's got an ERA at 2.03, 1 win, and 1 save. And against the Dodgers, this is his 4th appearance, 3 innings, a hit, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. His last game was against the Pirates on the 13th, so 2 innings on Sunday, a hit, 2 walks, and a strikeout. 66 2/3 innings, 54 hits. He's not allowed a home run. 17 runs in total, 15 of them earned. He's walked 21 and struck out 49. And he has an ERA at 2.03. Ground ball plus pitcher, fastball at 91. Lacey's 0 for 3. Boone, Sizemore in the pitcher spot for the Phillies. Pitch to Lacey, struck him out. So he got him, but the Dodgers score 4 runs on 5 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Dodgers 6, the Phillies 3. And Terry Forster really in for 1 inning. They did not double switch. Johnny Oates is now behind the plate. He's a 4 and a 4, and they didn't double switch him. I suppose it really wouldn't have mattered. So Forster 4 and 2 with 12 saves. This is his 35th appearance. He has an ERA at 2.97. Against the Fightin' Phils, this is his 3rd appearance. An inning and 2/3, 3 hits, a run. It was earned, and he has a save. Well, they brought in the closer, but the closer had to bat. He pitched 3 days in a row against the Giants. We had him Sunday, and that 11-10 ball game, he pitched 1 inning and struck a batter out. So in 39 1/3 innings, 33 hits, a home run. He has walked 16, struck out 13, walked 11, and struck out, 16 runs, 13 earned. Boy, I didn't read that one right at all. 11 walks and 22 strikeouts. There we go. Brings up Bob Boone, who's 0 for 2. Sac fly. 6-3 Dodgers. They get 4 in the top of the 8th. And the pitch to Boone, ball 4. So that brings up Sizemore, who has singled and doubled. He's 2 for 3. He has driven in a run, stole a base, his 8th of the year, and scored a run. This time around, he draws ball 4. So the tying run is at the plate, and it will not be Warren Brewster. It will be, who can hit a lefty? It will be Richie Hebner. Hebner hits lefties at a 353 clip. He's at 278. 10 homers and 49 RBI. No, because the Dodgers had an off day yesterday. So although he did go 3 days in a row, they did not play on Monday, so he would have had the day of rest. So although it's 3 consecutive games, it's not, remember, there was a day off in there after that. So that's why. So it's Boone on second, Sizemore on first, and Hebner with some power, but not very much against Forster at the plate. So he would be rested. Pitch from Forster. Ground ball to Lopes. Russell for 1. No throw to Garvey. And so Sizemore with the roadblock slide. 1 out for Jerry Martin, who hits lefties at a 314 clip. He is 1 for 4. He has singled. But you'd be right, Todd. If this was the Monday night game, he would not be. He'd be tired. His pitch, you could pitch him in as many times as you want, but at some point they do get short rested, and Forster is not that. The Dodgers needed that off day yesterday after Sutton pooped the bed on Sunday. Pitch to Martin is a fly ball left center field. Monday comes in. Boone goes back to tag. He's going to run to throw to Oates. In time! In time! They got him! It's a double play! And the Dodgers get out of it unscathed. We go to the ninth. 6-3 Los Angeles. So here it is again. Boone had a good chance of getting that in, and Monday with a good arm. So Tug McGraw will come in to pitch. He is 4-1 with 3 saves and an ERA at 2.41. Let's see if they pinch hit for Monday. His 24th appearance, his 4th against the Dodgers, 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits. A run it was earned, and he has struck out 4. He has no decisions or a save and an ERA of 2.08. Last time out was against the Pirates 2 days ago. He got the win in an inning, which was clean. 33 2/3 innings, 27 hits, 3 homers, 9 runs, all earned. He's walked 7 and struck out 22. He's a screwball pitcher and a fly ball pitcher. His daughter-in-law is Faith Hill, and the fastball tops out at 86. Yes, poop the bed. When you give up 5 runs and only 1 out, that is the very definition of needing some Pampers. Here's Monday, let's see what they do. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout and a run scored. They will pitch to Monday, and they got him. He swung on and missed, 1 out. My neck just cracked. Boa, pitcher spot, and Luzinski in the bottom of the 9th for the Phils. Johnny Oates is at 212. Yeah, hippie, he needs a haircut. 212 with 8 RBI. And Manny Mota, who got a pinch hit for me Sunday, will pinch hit off a Tug. 9 for 27. That's 333 with 2 RBI. And there's a ground ball to third. Schmidt to Hebner. And that's 2. So they're going to pinch hit for Forster. So Forster got out of that jam. If they let him bat, he struck out his only replay appearance. He's 0 for 1. But Dusty Baker will come in at 271. 8 homers and 46 RBI. Pitch from McGraw, Baker into right, Martin's there, and that will retire the side. So, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Charlie Huff, the Knuckler, coming in. The Dodgers 6, the Phillies 3. So Huff making his 36th appearance of the year. Yes, he is 86 years old, Todd. Huff is 5-3. This is a save situation. An ERA of 2.83. Against Philadelphia, his third appearance, he does have a save. An inning and struck out 2. He pitched on the 13th against the Giants, got lit up. An inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Tommy didn't have much of a choice after Sutton's extraordinary appearance. He walked 3 and struck out 1. So 47 2/3 innings, 35 hits, 2 homers, 22 runs in total, 15 earned. He has walked 24 and struck out 39. The Knuckler is his pitch. When he throws the fastball, it tops out at 89, and he will put the ball on the ground. Larry Boa is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Phillies need 3 to tie, 4 to win. Boa, base hit left field. Lacey will pick it up. So Jerry Grody behind the plate. He's a 4-1. Bake McBride at the plate, 233, 6 homers, and 32 RBI. Boa taking a big lead off at first. Luzinski and Schmidt to follow. Throw to the plate. McBride, base hit left field. Boa will hold at second. And now you got to really worry. Luzinski can homer. He is 1 for 4. He's got 25 homers on the year. Tonight he's got a double. But on the flip side of that coin, he has struck out 108 times. He is the tying run. Schmidt and Maddox to follow. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Got him! A 1-2 fastball at 91. Everybody in the ballpark thought that was going to be a Knuckler except for Huff and Grody. So 1 out. Tommy ate so much garlic bread in the dugout, he's now chomping down the Tums. Here's Schmidt. He is 3 for 3. He singled 3 times. Scored a run and walked once. Maddox on deck. Here's the pitch. Struck him out! The 0-2 Knuckler swung on and missed. So 2 out for Maddox, who is 1 for 4. He's got himself a double. And now we've got the last chance saloon. Huff from the stretch. Good night! Struck him out. Ball game over. He strikes out 3 of the 4 batters he faces. And the Dodgers will win this one 6-3. Charlie Huff with a legitimate save. He gives up the 2 hits and then bails himself out. Unbelievable. 6 runs, 7 hits and an error. Philadelphia, 3 runs, 13 hits and an error. Ruthven. Yeah, he huffed and puffed and blew the Phillies down. Ruthven threw 7 great innings, but he threw 7 2/3. He'll take the loss. Brewster. Oh, wow. Holy crap. So Mr. Keeler, Todd B, Tribe Fan, Dave Gardner, who wouldn't subscribe if he wanted to, and JT Dutch. Must be that Dave's here. So there you go. Thank you so much. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's okay. All right. So the Dodgers beat the Phillies 6-3. And they are now at 69-50. But the Phillies still have the best record. Go figure. All right. So the rest of the day in baseball starts in Chicago. The Braves beat the Cubs 5-2. Larry McWilliams goes to 2-4. Dale Murphy hits his 21st of the year. Montreal 6, San Francisco 4. Dan Schatzeder. I gotta wait for it to finish playing. With the win, he goes to 6-4. Jim Barr 6-9. The Mets, Craig Swan throws a one-hitter. He strikes out 6 and throws a one-hitter. And the Dodgers get a game on San Diego with that because the Mets beat the Padres 1-0. Randy Jones takes the loss. Minnesota 7, Cleveland 2. Disco Dan Ford 2 homers. Sutton with a win 4-1. Rick Waits takes the loss. Detroit 5 home runs in all. 2 from Rusty Staub. Kay Young beats the Royals 7-5. Dennis Leonard takes a loss. He goes to 17-6. Pittsburgh 4, Cincinnati 3. So Blyleven goes to 11-10. Pedro Borbon takes a loss. When it's time to eat, it's time for Mike Lum. He hits his 5th of the year and drives in 2. Milwaukee 8, Toronto 2. Jerry Augustine goes to 13-8. Dave Lemanzik goes to 5-11. Larry Heisel hits his 35th of the year and drives in 3. St. Louis 6, Houston 4. This is a Dodger wet dream game. Lopez gets his first win for the Cardinals. Floyd Bannister takes the loss. Keith Hernandez 1 for 2 with a double and 2 walks. Texas, Bump Wills with 2 homers and 4 RBI. Fergie Jenkins strikes out 6. Texas beats Chicago 6-3. Fergie Jenkins, oh no, that was the day before. John Matlack goes to 15-4. Yankees beat the A's 7-1. Ron Guidry goes to 16-5. Rick Langford takes the loss. Gary Thomason smashes 2 homers and drives in 4. Red Sox beat the Angels 3-2. Dennis Eckersley gets the win. He goes to 12-10. Frank Tanana takes the loss. He goes to 12-8. Butch Hobson with his 13th of the year. And last but not least, in 10, the Mariners 6, the Orioles 5. Shane Raleigh goes to 2-4. Stanhouse, the full pack, strikes again. He takes a loss. He goes to 8-4. Lopez with a home run. I got something in my eye. Always great on camera. All right, Friday baseball for you at lunchtime. It'll be those Reds and the Pirates for you, noon Eastern tomorrow. Standings as we leave for the day. Philadelphia by 5 over Pittsburgh. Los Angeles by 5 over Cincy, 6 over San Diego. In the American League East, Milwaukee 3 over Baltimore, 4 over New York. Cleveland is 3.5 behind Boston. In the West, we're 6-2 and even. Kansas City and Texas are tied up. California 2.5 back. Minnesota 3. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you tomorrow for more baseball. Until then, bye-bye.